Hello, dear students. Welcome again to the science class of 7th standard. I have already covered the first lesson, that is nutrition in plants, and today I am starting a second lesson, that is nutrition in animals. This is way similar to the first lesson. What we learned in first lesson is that how plants prepare their food, how they utilize it, how they store it, okay, why food is necessary. All those points once again will be discussed in this second lesson also, that is a nutrition in animals. So instead of moving here and there or talking about something else, means sometimes while discussing, our discussion may go outside the scope of this chapter. I made a few points. This first video is all about introduction, and one point will be covered. Okay, so I will go point by point. Nutrition in animals. First, what this chapter covers. Okay, what all points we are going to learn in this lesson. It covers first one, nutrients required. Okay, what nutrients are required for animals will be covered here. Second, mode of intake, how animals take their food is known as a mode of intake. Then utilization, how once the animals intake food, how that food is utilized to get whatever required from that food. Okay, then second point we are going to talk in this video is about a digestion, a brief introduction about human digestion, actually digestion in humans. Okay, this is just brief introduction will be covered in this video. First, what do you mean by animal nutrition? Animal nutrition is all about nutrients required for the animals, the mode of intake, and how it is utilized. If question arises, what do you mean by animal nutrition? Animal nutrition is the study of, or animal nutrition, okay, from here I will make one classify. animal nutrition Animal nutrition is all about is all about is all about nutrients required, mode of intake mode of intake of food mode of intake of food, and how it is utilized in the body, and how it is utilized in the body. Okay, this is all about animal nutrition. If someone asks you, write that, what do you mean by animal nutrition? Animal nutrition is all about nutrients required by the animals, mode of intake of food, and how it is utilized in the body. So we'll just discuss these points. Okay, first, what do you mean by food? What do you mean by food, and why do we need food? The same question arisen in first lesson also. Okay, why do we need food? we need food for we need food for energy. Main purpose of the food is to provide energy for us, provide energy for us energy, then growth or development, you can say growth or a development. Then comes to fight against diseases, to fight against diseases, energy, growth or development, to fight against diseases. And one more important thing is to repair the body. Repair means what here? If something, if any our parts, okay, if any part of our body damages, means while doing some work, if some, because of any cut, the blood goes out of your body, that cut need to be joined, no? If some peel off of skin takes place, a new skin will be produced. Maybe in your early childhood you may have broken your bones also, that bones are once again joined. No, these all things are nothing but a repair works. To do all these repairs we need many things. Okay, to provide all those very vital things to the body we need to take a food. Main purpose is to get energy. These are all are important, but very important one is to get the energy. Now let's come, what do you mean by nutrients? What do you mean by nutrients? Food contains many components in itself. Okay. Among these components, the components which are required for the body. Food is made up of many things. Food is made up of many things. Okay. Among these are known as the components of food. These are known as the components of food. Components of, and among these component of foods which are very important for us, very important for us, or which our body needs, which our body which our body needs which our body needs are known as a nutrients. For example, I will tell you, grass. Okay, grass is for example, roughage you take roughage means what? The outer shell of any seeds is considered as a roughage doesn't provide any nutrients to our body, still our body needs it, so you can't count that roughage in the nutrients. Okay, suppose uh, not all components of the food is known as a nutrients, that the components of food which are very much needed for our body, or which helps in achieving these purposes: energy, growth, development, fight against disease, for the repair. The components of food which helps in achieving these purposes are known as a nutrients. Can you name few nutrients? Yeah. You already learned in 6th standard, you can name few nutrients. If I want to name, or if I want to take few names of the nutrients, first the nutrient which comes to my mind is a glucose, or you can say carbohydrates. Second comes vitamins. Many types of vitamins are there. Then proteins. Then some vital minerals also. Vital minerals. Many things are there. Okay, water, roughage, all these things are very much needed to the body. So if I want to take few names of the nutrients: carbohydrates, vitamins, proteins, minerals. Carbohydrates is nothing but glucose. I explained you in the first lesson. Plants plants prepare food. Whenever it prepares food, it is in the form of a glucose, that is a C6H12O6, 6 carbon, 12 hydrogen atom, and a 6 oxygen atom together make a one glucose molecule. It is known as a one glucose molecule. And plants prefer to store the food in this form only. What it does, to save the space, it joins one glucose with the another glucose and one more glucose, so it makes a continuous chain of a glucose. This continuous chain of glucose is known as a starch. This continuous chain of glucose is known as starch. And our body, especially our human body, is not made to digest this starch. Our body can only convert glucose into energy. Therefore, you may have heard about the advertise about Glucon D. What it contains? Glucon D contains glucose. Okay, many fruits, many juices, energy drinks, they contain glucose. So whenever we consume energy drinks, our body get ready-made glucose. Okay, ready-made glucose. So therefore we get a instant energy whenever we drink Glucon D. Glucon D contains already glucose. Okay, So it helps our body for quick absorption, also quick conversion of a glucose into energy. Therefore, whenever we consume glucon D energy drinks, we feel energetic quickly. Within a few minutes, we can feel that energy. But what happens when we eat some rotis? Initially they are made from a wheat or other grains. These grains, the food is stored in the form of a starch. So let us take the example of a wheat only. Wheat, you can take the example of a rice also. Rice or a wheat you can take. Here the plants stored food in this wheat grain or in rice also, but in which form? In a starch form. Now our body cannot convert this starch into energy. Our body needs glucose. So first we need to cook it. By using heat. What happens? Due to heat, this starch will be broken into glucose, simpler form glucose agutte, or in a small starch chains, you can say. And our body further need to break the small chains of a starch into glucose. Then absorption will take place, then glucose to energy. So it needs a lot of time. So whenever we consume glucose directly, it gives a quick energy. So these are the nutrients, general nutrients which are present in our food. Okay, and nutrients required. Let's come to the second point, mode of intake. What do you mean by mode of intake? How the food is consumed. Mode of intake. How food is consumed? You already know. uh, you already know that autotroph and heterotroph, two categories are there. Autotroph prepare their own food. Heterotroph can't prepare their own food, they have to depend upon another. The mode of intake, once again, if you take heterotroph, animals all come under heterotroph only. Okay, heterotroph. Heterotroph means these are the living beings which depend upon the primary producers, that is plants, okay, or other grass eating animals. Okay, whatever it may be, they depend upon others. They can't prepare their own food, they depend upon others for their food. In these heterotrophs, again we can divide. No, again we can divide it into herbivores are the grass and green leaf eating animals. Buffalo, cow, okay, sheep, goat, all these things comes under herbivores. Then next comes a carnivores. These carnivores are the flesh eating animals. These carnivores depend upon the herbivores. These herbivores depend upon the autotrophs, that is plants and uh, trees and plants. And these carnivores hunt these herbivores for their food. And one more category comes in between these two, that is a omnivores. Okay, these omnivores are nothing but they can, sometimes they act as herbivores, sometimes they act as a carnivores. Means they can eat grass and leaf vegetables also. They can live upon grains also, and they used to hunt also. Okay, they are omnivores. This is a very how mode of intake, which type of mode the animal adopted. Okay, mode of intake. And third point comes how utilization. What do you mean by utilization? Once the food is consumed, how our body is going to utilize it. This needs the study of how it is going to be digested. Maybe you have wondered, the many cows, sheep, buffaloes, they eat grass. What happens inside this stomach, or what happens inside the body of those the what do you say, herbivores? Okay, how that grass will be converted to energy. Maybe you have wondered what happens once when we consume food, what is going to happen with the food, how that food will be converted into energy. So how the process is all about utilization. Okay, if we study about all this process, it comes under this heading, that is utilization. So where one important word we came up here is a digestion. It's a very important thing. What do you mean by digestion? Okay, digestion is nothing but a breaking of a complex, okay, breaking of a complex food particle into simple food particle. Breaking of a complex means what here? Very difficult. Breaking of a complex food particle into simple particles, okay, which our body can use it, which our body can use it. Digestion happens in two ways. Physical digestion is there, chemical digestion is there. Physical digestion means what? Okay, oh sorry, if you in your home, if your mother makes large chapati, you will not consume that whole chapati in one go, okay? You are not a python, you can't consume or you can push that whole chapati into your mouth. Okay. So what you will do, you break that, you eat, you consume that chapati in small pieces, in a smaller piece you used to eat it. It is nothing but physical breaking. You are breaking that physical, okay, on large chapati into a small pieces. You used to consume it in small pieces. Is that in physical breaking? Here also we are just breaking the food into, it is a physical breaking. And once you eat it, once you start chewing into your mouth, what happens? This small piece is again made into small pieces, no, with the help of your teeth. So what is happening here? Physical digestion. It is known as a physical digestion. Physical breaking of a food particle into smaller particle is a physical digestion. Once you consume it, many processes will take place. The stomach releases acid. We will study all those things in upcoming videos. There inside our stomach, inside our intestine, okay, many chemicals will be released. There are many glands which produce different juices. There what happens? Chemical breakdown takes place. This is a physical breakdown, therefore it is a physical digestion. Once entering into our stomach, there starts a chemical digestion. There starts a chemical digestion, okay. We'll learn what type of chemical digestion is going to happen inside our stomach. Okay, I hope you understood about a digestion. Digestion is the breaking of a complex food particle into simple particles or into a simple form, complex form to a simple form, which our body can use it, The next point, that is a I want to show one diagram, that is human digestive system, what all parts are involved here, okay, so that in next video I can start discussing about different types. Okay, I tried my best to draw this diagram. Okay, you can find a few pictures in internet also. I will just try to show you, try to tell the different parts involved. This is a human digestive system. Our human digestive system starts from the mouth and ends at the anus. So the path covered by food particles, or path covered by the food from here to here, this complete path is known as a digestive canal. It is known as a complete digestive canal. Okay, I will write here because I don't want to. Okay, from mouth to anus is known as a digestive canal, you can say. Canal means it's like a pipe, no, from here the food will enters, and finally after digestion the waste remains will be excreted through the anus. So digestive canal, or another name is there, alimentary canal. Alimentary canal, but spelling is ALI. Elementary, elementary canal. Elementary canal is nothing but from mouth to anus. Mouth to anus. Whatever parts come between, or whatever the path covered by the food from mouth to anus, whatever all this journey is known as a elementary canal. This path, here the food will enter, then into the stomach, then small intestine, then it will here enter the large intestine, and finally it will excreted through the body. This complete path is known as a alimentary canal or digestive canal. Remember this. Now we will see the very important parts of this alimentary canal or digestive system. The first part is the mouth. You can say mouth, and this is the first. Our digestion of the food starts from here. So the first step or starts from the mouth only. You can say mouth, or one more scientific name is there, buccal cavity. Buccal cavity means what? Space. Bucca means in Latin cheek. Okay, bucca means a cheek. ಗಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಬ್ಯೂಕಾ ಅಂತೀವಿ ಲ್ಯಾಟಿನ್ ಒಳಗೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ವರ್ಡ್ ಬಂದೈತಿದೆ ಬ್ಯೂಕಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಗಲ್ಲದ ಎರಡೂ ಗಲ್ಲ, ಓಕೆ, ಎರಡು ಗಲ್ಲದ ನಡ್ಬರ್ಕ್ ಏನು ಒಂದು ಜಾಗ ಅದಲ್ಲ, ಹಲ್ಲು ನಾಲಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಐತಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಬ್ಯೂಕಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಇದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಾಯಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಖಾಲಿ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಇದಕ್ಕೇನಂತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಬ್ಯೂಕಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ. ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಬ್ಯೂಕಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ. In few authors pronounce it as a buccal cavity. Both are correct. Okay, in America, in USA, they used to pronounce it as a buccal cavity. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಕೆನಡಾದಾಗ, ಅಮೇರಿಕಾದಾಗ ಬ್ಯೂಕಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರೊನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಬಕ್ಕಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಇವನ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಸರ್ಚ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್, ಸಮ್ವೇರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬ್ಯೂಕಲ್, ಸಮ್ವೇರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಕ್ಕಲ್, ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಬ್ಯೂಕಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ ಅಂತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಬ್ಯೂಕಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ ಆದಮೇಲೆ here comes a this is known as a food pipe. This is known as a food pipe ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಫುಡ್ ಪೈಪನ್ನು ಅನ್ಬೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಶುರು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಫುಡ್ ಪೈಪ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇದರ ಸೈಡ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ವಿಂಡ್ ಪೈಪನ್ನು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಫುಡ್ ಪೈಪ್ ಮತ್ತು ಆಮೇಲೆ ವಿಂಡ್ ಪೈಪ್ ಎರಡೂ ಸೈಡ್ ಬೈ ಸೈಡ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ವಿಂಡ್ ಪೈಪ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು ದಿ ಲಂಗ್ಸ್, whereas food pipe will move to the stomach. Okay, don't get confused. Here also you can see nose and this mouth are connected. Okay, both are connected. Therefore whenever we try to talk while eating, okay, we feel difficulty. So one pipe you can use at a time. Okay, there is a valve like setting is there. I will come while discussing this, I will discuss in detail, but now we will just see the vital parts of our digestive system. First part, vital, very important part is the buccal cavity or buccal cavity, mouth. The next one is a food pipe. Food pipe is also known as a esophagus or esophagus. Esophagus spelling is OESO, PHAGUS, but O is there, O is silent here. Okay, try to remember this. We start this pronunciation from E, esophagus. Okay, don't pronounce it as a oesophagus. If you pronounce it as a oesophagus, it is wrong. Pronounce it as a esophagus. Esophagus is another name for food pipe. That's it. The next come here. After the end of the food pipe or esophagus, you like one bag is there, thick. It is a thick bag. This is known as a stomach. STOMACH, stomach. Don't pronounce it as a stomach. Okay, one student last year pronounced it as a stomach Okay, don't pronounce it as stomach, it is a stomach. Okay, it's a thick ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್, ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಇದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸ್ಟಮಕ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಸಿ ದಿಸ್ ಶೇಪ್? ಓಕೆ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಹೈಲೈಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಬೈ ಶೇಡಿಂಗ್ this is known as a liver. Okay, this is known as a liver. I will discuss all these parts in detail one by one in this session. Only I am just naming them. Okay, what are the vital parts? This is a liver, this is stomach, this is this part. Can you see this? Somewhat like V shape. Okay, V shape. This is like a U. This is like a U. This bag, from here it will start stomach. ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಮಕ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಇದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಟಮಕ್ ಮುಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಕವರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಈ ಟೈಪ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಈ ಟೈಪ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಏನಂತೀವಿ? ಲಿವರ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇದು. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಗಾಲ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಡರ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಗಾಲ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಡರ್, GALL ಗಾಲ್, BLADR, ಗಾಲ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಡರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಗಾಲ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಡರ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಪೌಚ್, ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಪೌಚ್ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಲಿವರ್ ಒಂದು ಜ್ಯೂಸನ್ನು ಸಿಕ್ರೆಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಲಿವರ್ಗೆ ಅಟ್ ಅ ಟೈಮ್ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಜ್ಯೂಸನ್ನು ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಲೋಲಿಯಾಗಿ ಲಿವರ್ ಒಂದು ಜ್ಯೂಸನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೈಲ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ ನಾವು, BILE, ಬೈಲ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಇನ್ ಡೆಪ್ತ್, ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಒನ್ ಬೈ ಒನ್, ಬಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದಿಸ್. ಲಿವರ್ ಸೀಕ್ರೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಒಂದು ಬೈಲ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಬೈಲ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸು ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗಿ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಪೌಚ್ದಾಗ. ಈ ಪೌಚಿಗೆ ಏನಂತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ಗಾಲ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಡರ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ, ಗಾಲ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಡರ್. ಓಕೆ, ವೆನೆವರ್ ಬೈಲ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನೀಡೆಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಫುಡ್, ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ಈ ಪೌಚ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಪೌಚ್ ಒಳಗಿಂದ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟಮಕ್, ಈ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಡಿಯೋಡೆನಮ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಐತಲ್ಲ, ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಡಿಯೋಡೆನಮ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸ್ಟಮಕ್ನಾಗ ಯಾವುದು ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ಟಮಕ್ ಒಳಗಿಂದ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಗಾಲ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಡರಿಂದ ಬೈಲ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಸಿ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಹಿಯರ್? ಇದೊಂದು ಆರ್ಗನ್ ನೋಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಪ್ಯಾಂಕ್ರಿಯಾಸ್ ಅಂತೆ. ಪ್ಯಾಂಕ್ರಿಯಾ, PANCREA, ಪ್ಯಾಂಕ್ರಿಯಾಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಪ್ಯಾಂಕ್ರಿಯಾ ಯೂಶ್ವಲಿ ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಲಿವರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಟಮಕ್ಕನ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಸ್ಪೇಸನ್ನು ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ವಿಸಿಬಲ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಫ್ರಂಟ್, ಲಿಟಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಿಸಿಬಲ್. ನಿಮಗೆ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕಾಣಲಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ಬಟ್ ಎರಡೂ ಕೂಡಿ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪೇಸನ್ನು ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇದು ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ ಯೂಶ್ವಲಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಪ್ಯಾಂಕ್ರಿಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸಸನ್ನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಲಿವರು ಬೈಲ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಯಾಂಕ್ರಿಯಾ ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? ಪ್ಯಾಂಕ್ರಿಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಲಿವರ್ ಬೈಲ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಗಾಲ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಡರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿರುತ್ತೆ ಫಾರ್ ಟೆಂಪ್ರರಿಲಿ. ಪ್ಯಾಂಕ್ರಿಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸನ್ನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಎರಡೂ ಜ್ಯೂಸನ್ನು ಈ ಏನು ಫುಡ್ ಸ್ಟಮಕ್ ಒಳಗಿಂದ ಪಾಸಾಗಿ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಒಂದು ರೀಜನ್ಗೆ ಏನಂತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ಡಿಯೋಡೆನಮ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ, ಡಿಯೋಡೆನಮ್. ಈ ಡಿಯೋಡೆನಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಎರಡು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಫುಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಎಂಟರ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಎಂಟರ್ ಇಂಟು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್. ಈ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನು ನಿಮ್ದು ಫುಲ್ ಜಿಗ್ಜ್ಯಾಗ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಐತಲ್ಲ, ಜಿಗ್ಜ್ಯಾಗ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಸಣ್ಣಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತೀವಿ? ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 6 ಮೀಟರ್, 6.5 ಮೀಟರ್, 7 ಮೀಟರ್, 6ರಿಂದ 6.5 ಮೀಟರ್, 7 ಮೀಟರ್ವರೆಗೂ ಇದ್ರ ಲೆಂತ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, 7 ಮೀಟರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಲೆಂತ್. ಓಕೆ, 7 ಮೀಟ್ರ್, 6.5ರಿಂದ 7 ಮೀಟ್ರ್ವರೆಗೂ ಲೆಂತ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಒಳಗೆಲ್ಲ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಫುಡ್ ವಿ ಎಂಟರ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಇದೇನು ದಪ್ಪಾಗೈತಿಲ್ಲ ಇದು. ಓಕೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ವೈಟ್ ಲಾರ್ಜ್. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಕನ್ನಡದೊಳಗೆ ಕರಳು ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಸಣ್ಣ ಕರಳು, ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕರಳು. ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಕರಳು, ಇದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕರಳು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್, ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ನಾವು ಅಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ, ಅಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್, ಫುಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹೋಗುತ್ತಾ, ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ, ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಪ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ, ಫೈನಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತಾ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪಿಂಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಸ್ಪಿಂಕ್ಟರ್ನ ಬಿಡೋನು. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಏನಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ANUS, it is pronounced as a anus. Final, the waste material ಅನ್ನೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ after certain absorption body is not capable, okay, to absorb anything from the remaining food particles will be thrown out of the body or excreted out of the body through this anus. These are very important parts: buccal cavity or buccal cavity, mouth. ದೆನ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬರುತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಫ್ಯಾರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತಾ, ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಫುಡ್ ಪೈಪ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ, ಆರ್ ಎಸೋಫೇಗಸ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಟಮಕ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಲಿವರ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಗಾಲ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಡರ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ಯಾಂಕ್ರಿಯಾ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಯ್ದು ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಹಾಯ್ದು ಏನಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್, ಐ ಮೇಡ್ ಒನ್ ಲೈನ್. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಲೇಯರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಡಯಾಫ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. DIAPHRAGM, ಓಕೆ. ಡಯಾಫ್ರಾಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಥಿಕ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ವಿಚ್ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಲಂಗ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟಿವ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ನ ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಲಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಾವೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಲಂಗ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ನ ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಒಂದು ಲೇಯರ್ಗೆ ಏನಂತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಡಯಾಫ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮೋರ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಡಯಾಫ್ರಾಮ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ separate lesson. I hope you understood. I hope you can remember these parts. Okay, you can Google it. You can just try to draw this diagram. Many videos are there how to draw the digestive system in a simple way within a 1 minute, 2 minute, or you can try in your home. Okay, I will see you again with the one by one. I'm going to talk about buccal cavity in next video. In depth we will discuss what all things happens with the food inside a buccal cavity. Okay, see you again with a new video. Thank you and all.